Hey everyone, I'm Brian Skates. Welcome back to the SRE Show. Today we're going to have a Zoom meeting where we're going to interview Eric Whiteis, the owner of Executive Title. Eric, thanks so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
Yeah, great, Brian.
Tell me a little bit more about Executive Title. Where are you guys located at? You have multiple offices. Tell us a little bit of background on about Executive.
Yeah, Executive Title. The company technically has been around since like 2002, and we've got offices all around town from Savage and Woodbury, Forest Lake. We're opening a new office in Blaine. We've got Maple Grove, Golden Valley. So we've got offices all around the metro area. We issue insurance in Minnesota and in Wisconsin. And just being independent, it allows us to work with the different underwriters. If there's a circumstance that comes up that needs to be looked at differently from the insurance perspective, it allows us to be a little nimble and offer better service to your clients and customers out there versus being a huge corporate structure.
I mean, with today's pandemic that we're all dealing with, what are some of the safety measures and protocols that you guys have put in place? Because I know you deal with a lot of people who come into all those multiple offices to sign all the paperwork, exchange keys, and to do these closings, because it doesn't feel like the housing market hasn't taken too much of a back seat since we're all really considered essential businesses here, and people are still taking advantage of low rates, and people are still buying houses. And so what are you guys doing at Executive to really keep people safe and feeling good about the whole process?
It's been a transition, that's for sure. And so right away when the pandemic came about, we contacted some other owners of other title companies in the metro area, just so that we could kind of have an understanding of how to conduct business going forward to help protect the customers and consumers and the employees of the company and reduce the exposure, and kind of go with the social distancing piece. And so that was key right off the bat. We're doing lots of different things at the company, whether it's when you walk into the offices, there's shields in front of the receptionist, the front desk people. We're going through a lot of Lysol in between every closing, all the chairs, the desks, the tables are all, wiped down and everything. We've even gone as far as buying the blue ultraviolet lights that hospitals use to clean their facilities. Then there's a lot of new things that are coming about. So we're offering up some drive-up closings where people can stay in their cars.
Wow.
And we can conduct the closings over, FaceTime with them in front of us too, going through the documents and stuff. There's even potential for, it's called RON closings, remote online notary, where people can do more of like an e-sign closing where they can log in and go through their documents. That is dependent upon lenders and everybody in the transaction being okay with that. Mm-hmm. So I expect that in the future to be a more of an option for more people.
I really like the idea of the drive-through closing.
Yeah.
Do you guys serve cheeseburgers with those?
We don't serve cheeseburgers, but a lot of people have requested that service.
Sure.
And it kind of surprised me. I didn't think that people would like that at first, but there's been many of those. Yeah.
Well, it's so convenient, similar to the other. You said the remote. It was called RON.
Yeah, the RON closings.
The RON closings. I mean, that's a to me, that feels like the wave of the future, and everything that we sign these days in real estate transactions is all done electronically. So to have the capability of doing that just seems like it would just save people a lot of time driving around. But certainly it does take away that element of just, the old fashioned shaking people's hands, and which I know we're not doing much anymore, and handing the keys and getting to talk about the neighborhood or the neighbors or, hey, thanks for buying my house. So it's kind of taken away that personal element to it. But convenience, it seems to be what everyone's looking for these days.
Yeah, we've seen more and more of that requested. And so we had somebody that was in Germany that was selling a property that couldn't make it to a notary public. And
Sure.
So we were able to set that up so that the buyer could still buy the house and the seller could sign remotely, and everything worked out great. And we've had really positive feedback from it too. Mm-hmm. It's just that we can't come out and just offer it to everybody. Even though we have the ability to do those closings, it's not that everyone will accept them yet. So
Sure. Awesome. Well, hey, thanks so much for joining us today here on the SRE Show. If the people out here who are watching, if you guys have more questions, if you want to reach out to Eric, if you want to hire Eric to do your closing, by all means, we will have his contact information below. So Eric, thanks again. Stay safe out there, and we appreciate you being on the show today.
sounds good. Thanks, Brian. Okay.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks again for watching the show today. If you enjoyed all the information that we had, please give us some thumbs up. If you've got topics or ideas for future shows, please comment those down below. Thanks again, and I will see you on the next episode.